Hi, welcome to Life on the Ground with your host Kazim Sheikh. You can find us on Shaky's Sports Journeys on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, etc. But it's been a while since I recorded a Life on the Ground, so I'm looking forward to this chat today. So the gentleman I've got on screen just now, very inspiring young man. Thankfully, he's still with us. Unfortunately, he had a little bump many years ago, ever so slight bump, in a tragic car accident. Which seen him, almost lose his life. Thankfully, he's here today, and we're going to find out about all of his journey and everything that transpired and everything that's transpired after that. So I say hello to Shaun Thomson. How you doing, mate?
Well, nice to meet you, Kazim. Brilliant.
Listen, need to give a shout out to your sister. Need to give a shout out to Sinead. Sinead put us in touch with each other. She'd heard a few of the podcasts. So shout out to your big sister there.
My little sister.
Is she?
Aye.
So how many siblings are you?
Yeah, 4. There's my brother who's a year older than me. Then there's me. I'm 31 now. And then there's my 2 sisters who are twins, Shannon and Sinead. They're a year younger than me.
You don't look 31, son. That's what I would have said you're about 26, 27 or something. So that's why I got confused. Not that I'm saying Sinead looks old either, but you don't look 31. You don't look 31. So let's go. No. Let's go through a bit of a journey today. We'll chat about your upbringing and etc. And we'll get into things more as we go along. Talk to me about your background, where you grew up. Tell me a bit about the family.
I grew up in a place called Bannockburn, a village in Stirlingshire called Bannockburn. I've had a good childhood, loads of friends, was into loads of sports. It was good.
What kind of sports were you into?
Into sports, well, the sports when I was younger was football, obviously, and football and greyhound racing.
All right, okay.
The greyhound racing. So the greyhound racing used to be Corby Wood. We used to go to when I was younger. Used to parade the dogs and that. And then obviously that fell away, where it kind of fell away in Scotland. So, but it's still going down in England. I go to it down to my pal who's a professional greyhound trainer. I go down with him. Going down with him when he asked me to go down with him, obviously, because I'm a kennel hand in his obviously his kennels, The Hamilton Racing Kennels, that's his. So I'm good with that. Mm-hmm.
You've got good contacts then to enjoy. You got good contacts. So growing up, you were into your football. You're a normal, happy go kid. How did you enjoy school?
I enjoyed school. Got my way through it. Had a fair amount of pals. I had a lot of pals. What do you call it? I also done boxing. Well, I'd never done the boxing. I trained for the boxing there, and so did my brother and that. So, but my brother, he went on to be a professional boxer.
Oh, did he?
And he had 9 fights, 9 unbeaten. So he was quite good at that. So, and I know he done good at that, and he's got a good company now. He's got a company, an electrical company, 1314 Electrical, which is quite up and coming. And it's he does smart home stuff and that. So
good for him, man.
Good for him.
Sounds like a pretty dedicated guy, man. To have 9 pro fights undefeated, and then go on and do your own business and stuff like that. That's very impressive. So he must have been a bit of an inspiration to you when you were growing up, your big brother.
He was. He was good at football and that. He used to play with obviously Rangers and it was Hearts, I think it was. He also got scouted for them, and he was playing with them. But they obviously wanted him to play right back, but he was like, I'm a centre mid. And then obviously didn't want somebody who's obviously not got to listen to them because they're obviously professional coaches, So
I've been there, mate. I've been there. I didn't always see eye to eye with every coach that I worked with. So maybe that's a good idea that he went down his own business route because he obviously likes it. He knows what he wants. He knows how he wants to do it. So when you were coming to back in the high school and stuff, what were your dreams? What were your aspirations? What did you want to do?
Well, I never really had any dreams. I knew I was wanting to go and obviously work in the building trade. So, but my brother, he said, go and sit the SEC test. And if you pass that, just go for there. And then I went and sat that, passed it, no problem. And then I got a job with FES, big electrical contractor. I got a job with them. They're obviously the headquarters are in Bannockburn. And then for there, obviously, and then for the crash, when I was 18, I only had a week's college to do. Then I'd have passed my 3rd year, obviously testing and inspecting, but obviously that wasn't to happen. we obviously been in that car crash,
So if you'd passed that last week, would that have been you pretty much fully qualified?
I would have done a year on site, and then I'd have went and sat my trade test, and then I would have passed it because I was quite bright.
No, but as you know, you don't know what's around the corner, Shaun.
No, nobody knows what's around the corner there.
You don't know what's around the corner, mate. But you were obviously doing really well for yourself at that point in life. You were building a career. You were ticking off all the right boxes, and you were doing something you wanted to do. Let's talk about it then. Who were you? What day was it? Do you recall what day it happened?
It was a Saturday. My mum, because I was talking to my mum about it. She said you were out the night before, and then she said we were getting a kitchen delivered on Saturday. Obviously, she said, Shaun, get up. Because I think me and my brother were going to obviously wire it, and obviously I got up and I don't know what happened but I think I went out with my pals, and then obviously my friend who was driving the car, he's still my friend now. He'll always be my friend so but no, Andrew, he's a really good friend of mine, and so is my best mate who's in the car as well. So they're still close to me, you know what I mean?
What was the plan that day?
The plan was we were meant to be going down to one of my friend's house to have a drink, as I was an 18-year-old and that's what we mostly done most of the time, drinking at weekends and that in the pub and that. So it was good. It was a good day, and then obviously it was a sunny day that I can remember. And then,
so had you been cruising about with your mates for a wee while?
I went down to my friends, down to one of my best mates' house. Went down the house. I think we got 6 cans of Muller each, and then I think we were walking to my other friend's house. Then obviously my friend came and said, "Oh, you want to come a spin?" And then obviously you don't know what's in the corner there, so.
No, you don't. So you got in the car and you were your plan was you were then going with the cans over to your pal's house. So how long was the drive?
It was walking distance.
Oh.
Walking distance, so it was obviously just went by it time, and he said, "You want to come a spin?" We went in the car, and then, as I said, I would tell you that I thought this was a totally different day. We were down at Old Stirling Swimming Baths, which isn't there now. It's such a travel lodge. We were down there, and I thought this was a different day altogether. Because I said to my friend about it, he said, "No, Shaun, that was the day after we left there. That's when the crash happened. Obviously, no long after that." So, well, that's what it is,
So you're in the car. Were you in the back seat?
Back seat. Just see the wee lap belt you get. It was just that, and they were. That was it. But the paramedics and that, like my uncle was a paramedic who came to the scene.
Right. So
he said that if I had the full restraint on it, they've killed me because the top of the car got crushed down. It was a certain saxo we were in.
Right.
Obviously, if it was crashes anyway, they just crumble. So.
And I imagine you probably can't recollect a lot of it.
No, I can't remember nothing.
From what you've been told from your mates and stuff, what actually happened? Did you hit another car, or did the car?
No, I got told that they were going fast, and then obviously the boy lost control, and then the wheel hit the curb, and the car went in there. My friend said I just shut my eyes, and then obviously the roof of the car kind of wrapped around the leg of the bridge, if that's right, and then. Obviously, that was that. Obviously, they managed to get out, but they said they were trying to break the doors open and that to get me out, but they couldn't. So
you're in the so the both of them came out. What kind of injuries did they sustain?
Boy who was driving the car had a fractured wrist, I think, and my best mate had a broken nose and fractured ribs.
You would have taken that, wouldn't you?
I would have taken that. I'd have taken both of them.
You would have taken that, man.
But the car was going that fast, I think. I don't know, but I went obviously jolted forward, I think, and then my brains was still being on the speed of the car.
Right.
So the brains hit it was my frontal lobes that got damaged, but obviously contusions and that were all over my brain. And
have you hit the ceiling of the car then?
No, I've not hit nothing. I didn't hit nothing. I think maybe hit the 2 seats in front because Mum said I had bruises on both sides of my shoulders. Mm-hmm. And then she said that there was another part of my thumb that's obviously still like that now. Okay. That was like 13, 14 years ago. Oof. And it's but they thought I'd lost my thumb because it was all black, but obviously it was just black for the impact maybe.
So it's hard to ask you obviously from that moment on what was going through your head, because I'd imagine you were probably unconscious.
I would have been. My uncle said that I choked on my vomit as well in the back of the car. So to even be here is just unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Thank God, man. Thank God. So you were stuck in the car then. They've got your two mates out.
Yeah.
The car's obviously crushed. It's crushed around you. So I'm assuming they would have had to cut you out and stuff like that.
It was the fire brigade. They had to cut me out. They had to cut me out because my uncle, he couldn't get in the back of the car. But there was another guy who with him. I think his name was Davy Ryland. I'm not sure, but he crawled in the back and obviously managed to get find a pulse with me. And then they dragged me out, and that's when my uncle obviously discovered it was me.
Oh shit! So your uncle didn't even know.
No, I didn't have a clue.
Your uncle's taking you. He's got you out the car, and he's like, "That's my nephew."
Then and obviously, like my mum and that, everybody just got told it was in a car crash. But obviously, when my mum and I went to the hospital, she obviously seen loads of my pals, like because everybody was turning up because obviously people got told how bad it was, and but I didn't look at it in the bad way. I look at it as in like I'm still here, and I'm happy, and I'm happy that I've went through what I've went through. Because see, if I hadn't been through what I've been through, I wouldn't be the person I am now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm just happy in life, and just the best thing that can happen to anybody.
The fact that you can only deal with the cards you're dealt, and you know, that was going to happen. You know, the way I believe anyway is God's written what's going to happen with us.
Definitely. If I knew that was going to happen, I wouldn't have went in the car.
Exactly. You know I mean? If somebody had come up to you and went, "Listen, Shaun, don't get in that car, mate. Something bad's going to happen," you probably wouldn't have got in the car. But that's just life. That's just. I mean, there's many people in your situation that aren't here anymore.
Make it out. I know, didn't make it out.
They don't make it out. I know of a few people personally who've been in car accidents here right now. So your mindset and your attitude and your humbleness for it's inspiring. But you obviously now were in a situation where you were in what would you have been in?
I was in a high dependency, right bad. I was like I flatlined a few times up when I was up there. I flatlined a few times obviously, but and they put my mum in that said they put me in a ward where you go in there when you're going to die. And I also like I got christened a Protestant and that. I didn't really believe whatever it is, like, but I got blessed with Cardinal O'Brien when I was up in intensive care as well. So he came in and blessed me or whatever. So I think he was next doing for the Pope or something when that happened. So
it's blessings, isn't it? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, exactly. If it's somebody's trying to put a good blessing on you, you know, maybe that's got a strong reason. But I'd imagine you had the prayers of all your family members,
all my family, friends,
all your friends,
people who probably didn't know me as well. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's just been.
How long were you in high dependency from it?
6 weeks. I was in a coma for 6 weeks, but I don't know if I can remember coming out of it because I can always remember just sitting. I don't know. There's a recollection. I don't know where I can remember this, but it's just sitting down like in Edinburgh. It must have been just looking. I was in a big one of the big chairs and that because obviously to support my neck and all that. Like I was just looking, obviously doing a corridor, but I can't remember if it was then or no way. Then obviously I got put to Falkirk after that, and it was a bit different, but it was what it was.
So 6 weeks, you came through at least the high dependency. So you came out of. You were stable at least.
Stable.
But then I would imagine your body needed.
My body, I had a lot of muscle wastage in my legs because I can remember, like I can't remember actually standing up and falling, but I can remember like obviously when I was in Falkirk, trying to stand up and go to the toilet and I couldn't walk. Obviously, but my brain's thinking I can still walk in that and do all the things that I could do before. And then I can remember there was a power cut one night and I was in that full hospital as well. That was a bit weird, but. As what it is,
You what long-term damage did you sustain from
it? I've got brain damage in my frontal lobes, but I think there's contusions or something like bleeds in that all the rest of my brain. So obviously I can get quite angry, quite easily, really easily. If I drink, I've stopped drinking, and I'm just like, it's not for me. I've eventually found that out at the start. I was like, no, I want to keep sampling, but I've got a psychologist I still go and see, Ewan Lundy. I still go and see him. He helps me through a lot of stuff. He always told me, "That Shaun, you can do the same experiment as many times as you want. You'll still end up with the same result." And so if I'm going to keep drinking, I'll keep going off my nut and maybe wrecking my own life. And I don't want to do that anymore, So I'm just here to, obviously, I've got a mere understanding of myself now.
Yep.
Like, because obviously I was young, I lost a bit of my life, I lost a part of it, I've lost a big, huge part of it, and I'm just like that. I would rather just be happy with my family, my wee girl, my girlfriend. That's what I look forward to and strive towards now.
They're your motivation.
Motivation, yeah. Definitely.
Your family. How much influence? How important were they when you came out of and you started going through the process of getting your body back to? How important were you?
I was very frustrated, very angry, blamed them more than I should have. But I was just want to blame anybody apart from myself. It wasn't myself. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't anybody's fault. It was an accident that's happened, which I've gathered myself, and I can understand it's an accident that's happened. These are the cards I've been dealt. I just have to play them, play the cards I've got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
that's all anyone else can do.
But you're such a young lad, like you say, you've got so much going for you. You don't know how. It's not easy to process stuff like that. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to lash out at
lash out.
I've done it as well. You lash out at the people you love the most.
Definitely. And then I just can only be sorry for anybody I've hurt. You know what I mean? But
I'm sure they understand, mate. I'm sure they know that you were going through a hell of a tough situation there. But as the time going on, what kind of recuperation did you have to do then? I imagine you had to do quite a bit.
I had to learn to walk, talk, swallow, breathe. Quite a bit. I always remember sitting in the hospital saying, I just want to be able to, because I was quite fast at running, I was like, I just want to be able to run again.
I can imagine.
Definitely, I just be able to run again. But obviously, didn't end up. Well, I can say this now because, then I was just like, I'm not going to be able to walk again. I'm stuck in this wheelchair for the rest of my days. It's just overwhelming. It was overwhelming at the time, and then obviously took probably a lot of anger out in people like my family, like my sisters, my brother, my mum, my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just nobody deserved it. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they understand, mate.
No, I understand.
I'm sure when they sit and watch this, they'll think to themselves, they'll take them back. I'm sure they'll get emotional, but I'm sure they'll understand. Like if this happened to your brother or one of your sisters, I'm sure you would have understood as well. That you were going through. It's not easy to deal with. I can't comment on how difficult it was for you, mate. I've not been, I've lost a younger brother who passed away.
Sorry,
a life-shortened illness, but I've never personally experienced the hardship
all I could say it's like a death in myself. Like me learning to say that I'm like I got told for a doctor in Falkirk that that old Jew's dead. So I was just like my old personality and that whoever I was before, I'm not him anymore. That's what he says to me, and I was like, that's not right to say to somebody.
No, I don't think that's right to say to somebody.
I was like, I'm still the person I am deep down, but obviously, as what it is,
I think if he'd maybe said to you, look, there's going to be certain things you're going to need to accept that are going to be a little bit different for you.
That would have been all right. Could have worded it better, you know what I mean?
Just to turn around and say, you're not that guy anymore, you're just a noob. Like that, I mean, you clearly are who you are now. This is your personality. I'd imagine this is what you were like when you were a young boy as well.
I was mere I like standing on this computer. The only reason because I've put it on my computer. And I've put it on my phone.
Right, okay.
So I think that's how you've got a better.
That's better. I've got you, don't worry. So you were saying you had to learn how to do all these things again. How long are we talking? Were you dependent on hospitals and stuff?
I was in hospital. It happened in October, and I actually got out of the hospital 19th of February or something. Or I don't know if it is that exact date, but I got out sometime then in February.
So how long were you in then? How long would that have been?
4 months, I think.
4 months, and then you were going back and forward to get
going back, just to get help and all that. You know what I mean?
So what was it? Who were you staying? Were you at your mum and dad's at that point?
Back at my mum and my dad's. I stayed with them for a while after that, and then obviously I've got my own house. I'm not that far from them,
Right.
And it's in the same street, but obviously they're number 12 and I'm number 7, so
There you go.
so still they can keep an eye on.
If you run out of milk, you're always all right, son. You just pop round and give each chat at the door. So your mum and dad must have done a lot for you at that point, Shaun. I've lost your voice, mate. I've lost your voice.
Sorry, you got it.
I've got you now. So I was asking you about your mum and dad.
Oh, I can't actually thank them enough for what they've done for me. Because without them, I would have nothing. I could probably I'd probably do in the gutter again. Doing the gutter, dragging my heels, whatever. I don't know. No, they've been everything. My inspiration, a lot to get back on my feet.
It's amazing what parents can do, eh?
I know, just when they're called upon, obviously, but they never had experienced anything like this before us either. None of my family, none of my friends, and then but you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, just have
No
to.
point crying about it.
Yeah. And your sisters, your brother, your sisters, everybody, they would have all been part of it, I'd imagine, of keeping you motivated and kind of keeping you in the right place.
I just remember the other day when I was in hospital. I was getting physio and that, and I wouldn't do the physio unless Sinead was there.
Just must be one of those things.
And she's like, because me and my she is my no, she's not. She's the oldest of the two.
Right.
Me and her have had a good rapport, like all our lives. Although I've got a good rapport with my other sister Shannon, but like I don't know, just when we were younger, I found a picture. I found a picture of me and my sister when we were younger, sitting next to each other when we were young kids, and I just thought about it, and I was like, must have been really good pals back then as well. So
it's obviously just a bond you have.
Definitely.
I mean, you love all your brothers and sisters, but sometimes you just have a close bond with one
connection,
Yeah. So
definitely,
that's nice. That's heartwarming. So did she make all those appointments, Sinead?
No, all of them. I can remember. I think it was in Falkirk. The physio was. I can't remember if her name was Vivian or something. I can't remember, but
you're doing well with these names. You're probably right.
Probably wrong, mate. But just for some reason, I just feel like that was her name. Maybe it wasn't. But no, and like all of them, they helped me. Everybody helped me in their own way. You know what I mean? Everybody done their part to get me back on my feet, get me back to where I'm at. And even though I'm not back to where I was before the crash, I'm in a much better mindset now.
Like, I've been speaking to you, mate, over WhatsApp. We've been having some chats and stuff, and you've been inspiring me. You've been telling me about some stuff to go and check out, and you're obviously just trying to be the best version of yourself you can be.
Definitely, I'm. I listened to that Joe. Is it Joe Dispenza?
Yeah.
I listened to him, and he's quite motivational. But I obviously done that Wim Hof stuff as well, and I feel like that seems to help me. But obviously, everybody's got their own niche, what they prefer, and I was just inspired. Obviously, they've just been a big help to probably millions of people around the world.
So no, it's inspiring to watch people that are telling you about their story that have had struggles. It gives you that, there's always somebody else out there that's
somebody else worse off, mate. Like it's crazy, man. I think I just want to bring some awareness in that, to help somebody, do not anybody if I can. That you
can always. There's always hope. You can always better your life. You can always, like you
better somebody else's as well. Help them out.
That's it. Like you said, like you said, you might have dragged your heels. You might not have been in this position. Because let's get to talking about some more happy things. You went through a tough time. I'd imagine it's taken years to finding yourself again. Not that you're a new guy. You're still the same Shaun Thomson that you were when you were born. So I don't know what that doctor was talking about. But talk to me about now. You got a girlfriend. Got a beautiful wee girl. Talk to me.
No, my girlfriend couldn't ask more of her. And then to give me my wee girl. Don't know. I'm not emotional, mate.
These are the things the daughter makes you emotional, man.
Give me the most precious wee baby that I never ever thought I'd ever have, because I think I doubted myself and put myself down to say, like, I made myself believe that I couldn't have kids, and I just was like, I put it to the back of my head. Then obviously I got a surprise one day, I'm pregnant.
What was that like? What was that like then? So you were just
Crying. She was crying, and I walked in. I think she was just back on holiday and that. And I was like, "Are you crying at that?" And then she was like, "I'm pregnant." And I was like, eh? And I was like, and the disbelief still there. I was like, "What?" I said, "It's not that bad." Because I was obviously buzzing about it.
Yeah, because you're thinking you were thinking it probably wasn't going to happen.
Definitely, I was making myself believe that I couldn't have kids, and then the wee baby is just the best thing that's ever happened to me. Oh, and I would, as you know, you would do anything for your child. As you know yourself, you'd do anything. You'd walk through fire for them. Oh, it's just the best thing. It's like, it's made me strong inside. Make me feel weak. You know, right now. No,
There's nothing wrong with that, mate. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but just
it's no weak to show emotion, Shaun.
I know. It's just like, just every time I look at her wee face and just the joy she brings when she just smiles, and she started saying "Dada" the other day.
Oh wow!
And obviously, I've had that experience yourself.
Aye, yeah.
Very emotional. I was like, I couldn't believe it, and I was telling my girlfriend, I said, "Wait till she starts saying, Mummy, you'll feel the buzz that I'm feeling now."
Yeah.
Oh, it's just.
So how old is she now, Shaun?
6 months and a week, maybe a wee bit more. 2 weeks, maybe, I don't know, but.
I'd imagine you're pretty hands-on.
Aye, definitely. Oh, love her to bits, and our mum does quite a bit, so I'm not going to say that I do merit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you do
I do my part. Definitely, you do my part.
Good on you. Good on. So what are you doing with yourself these days?
Nothing at the moment. Just with this COVID and that, it's kind of put everybody doing on like everybody's mental health's kind of a bit crazy, you know. I would say with it.
Mm-hmm.
I for some reason I've been watching stuff online and that, and obviously I've got my own opinions on it. And obviously with Ross, as we both know, that was scary when I got told about him. I had tears in my eyes and that, and thankfully he came through it.
Yeah,
he came through it stronger with his wee family.
that was a horrible time, mate.
That was a horrible time.
He was we were celebrating the stag do 1 minute, and the next minute things just went. But same thing happened to you, mate. You were taking a couple of cans down the road 1 minute round the corner, and the next minute, no, you just don't know what's round the corner. And I think people like you are special, because I think you've been through something that you can help other people.
Help somebody, definitely. 100%. That's all what it is. Help somebody. Help people who need it. Because there's many people out there who need it after this all blows away. It's COVID and that.
Yeah.
Like, because I just believe that people start getting paid off, people will be up to their eyes in debt, and where do they go for then when they've not got a job? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just got to get a lot worse
before it gets better. I know. I think that,
and
a lot of people, unfortunately,
and a lot of people believe that the government there is to serve them. No, we're there to serve them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I wouldn't disagree with that. We're just numbers here. I think
that's all we are.
Yeah,
definitely. We've all got a number, and when that's up.
So how are you anyway in your own personal headspace? It's obviously been a tough time for you as well.
No, it's been a tough time for me. I watch a lot of motivational videos on YouTube, and obviously I watch that Eckhart Tolle. You heard him?
Mm-hmm.
I watch him. I watch a lot of people, but like Wim Hof has helped me personally. Like, just when I breathe, it feels like when I breathe in that and days breathing exercises, I feel like it's like I've took a wee tablet and it's calmed me down, or it's maybe just brought me back to my senses.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
now you were saying to me about meditation and stuff like that. You've been getting
meditation. I had the cold water exposure and that. Definitely, I recommend it for everybody, because nobody knows when their time's got to be up.
Yeah,
definitely, mate.
What's your you've obviously got a 6-month-old daughter now.
Aye.
Who's going to be growing fast, mate. I tell you what, enjoy these moments.
Aye.
Because you'll blink and she'll be doing something else and something else. What's your kind of aspirations now for you and your family?
My aspirations, well, I'm looking forward to getting back into some kind of work. But obviously, I'm no pushing myself. My brother keeps saying to me, "Hey, do not spend it with your family." And he says, "Shaun, because when he was working, he worked with FES as well. He never, when his wee boy and that was born and that, he obviously had to go back and work.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, he said, spend it with your family now, Shaun."
Yep. You
Then
deserve
he
to
said,
spend with your family.
hopefully down the line, I can get you a couple of days a week or something at the work with him. So definitely look forward to that.
And your other half, what does she? She must be a big support. You mentioned her already, but she sounds like she's a very
She's
a
a
very
massive.
amazing girl.
So she's.
Lost your volume, son.
Oh, sorry. She
Yeah, I've
does.
got you back.
She does everything. Just doing my wee girl and that, and just I couldn't have asked for a better. Like I couldn't have asked for a better person to come into my life. And I'm always joking and having a laugh and that, and I don't think she's really like that, but she can have a laugh and that. But you're a bit more serious than what I am.
Yeah.
Definitely, but
sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need somebody like that.
Lighten the mood.
Get you right.
Lighten the mood a bit, yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, that's a good mix to have. Somebody like you're the Joker. She likes to, but sometimes the Joker, I'm like you. I probably piss around a bit too much and take the piss too much. And sometimes you just need rain back in a wee bit to just pipe down.
That's what she's there for. Reins me back in, just definitely.
You come here.
Just get the words right out of my mouth.
So, listen, before we finish up, is there anybody you want to say thanks to, or anything you want? Anything you want to say, mate?
Thanks to everybody I watch, like all the people I watch, my family. My family are my main inspiration. They've been my everything, and without them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I don't know where I'd be, but even that Wim Hof and that, and the stuff that I've just even picked up for them, I know it's maybe just only a minuscule amount of stuff I've picked up, but I've picked up enough for to help me get through my days, to help me get on with my life. Where maybe if they weren't there doing whatever they do, I wouldn't be here. Like, you know what I mean? Or maybe get too much for me, too emotionally much for me, where I wouldn't be able to cope. Because I've had mental health fate and all that, and it wasn't the best. But obviously I'm at a place where I know I'm in control. I can fight this, and I just know that I just want everybody to be happy in life. Life is so precious.
Listen, you've got. I've held them back a few times. I've felt myself can get emotional at a few stages, but then I thought if I start, then I'm going to get you more emotional. I've seen you getting emotional. But listen, from my point of view, what happened to you was a real shame, and it's
life goes on, though, eh?
But life goes on, mate.
That's what you have to say yourself.
Mindset and your attitude has been inspired. I mean, if you were still sitting here now feeling a bit sorry for yourself, I wouldn't hold it against you, mate, because I ain't been through something like that. That near death experience is something that is part of your life. But the fact that you're sitting here and all you want is to see other people happy, and you're grateful for everything that your family, your mum, your dad, your brothers and sisters, your friends have done. The fact that you're still good friends with the boys that were in the car with you, I think it speaks volumes for you as a person. I think you are honestly a very, very inspiring young man. I think you're blessed. Look at you, man. You got a wee girl now. You've got so much going for you, mate, that other people would probably some people are probably sitting alone right now. Don't have anybody. I often think about those people during lockdown and stuff. I would think, I'm lucky. I've got my missus to talk to. Can you imagine being alone during those times? It wouldn't be worth thinking about.
No, and then it's a shame. It's a shame with the way the world's going, but me and you're only two wee specks in this world.
But we've got voices, mate. and we should
Definitely.
spread as much
Spread it.
positivity and love as we can, because
Spread
you
love
never know who you
everywhere.
might help. Even if you help one person,
Oh, definitely.
that's
the
a
main
positive
thing, Definitely, I'd help anybody. I just didn't see the point. I didn't understand people who are jealous of people and that. I'm like, be happy for everybody.
Be happy. If you see
Be
somebody
happy.
doing well, be happy for them. It'll
Pat
come
them in the
back.
back, say well done.
There's so much jealousy in the world, though.
Definitely.
Honestly,
Ripping through everybody, man. Well, not everybody, but majority of
I
people.
know everybody, but it does exist, and it's sad because enjoying somebody else's success sometimes brings you even more pleasure.
Definitely. That's like, I just like seeing people getting on and doing well for themselves. And then good for them.
Yeah, and it'll come, and
you never know when it could come back round to you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like if you give some charity, mate, or do something nice for somebody,
Definitely.
or feed somebody sitting on the side of the road. You know that might come back round to you one day. You know,
Definitely.
you never know. Listen,
Mhm.
Shaun, it's been a pleasure, mate. I
Nice talking to you.
think you've spoken fantastically well. I know your family were a wee bit worried. They said to me that Shaun doesn't have a filter, but I think you've spoke wonderfully well. I don't think anybody. I think everyone. I think there'll be a few tears shed in the Thomson household when this comes out. But listen, look at the young man you've become. Your mum and dad have got a lovely granddaughter now. You've got your sister, got nieces. So much to be happy and blessed for, mate.
Definitely.
And I wish you nothing but the best moving forward. Hopefully, we'll catch up soon one day. I might see you at maybe Ross's wedding.
Definitely. Definitely. Get a wee pint together.
We'll have a catch up. We'll have a catch up there, my friend.
Right.
And it'll be good to meet you in person. But
Definitely, I'm
look
looking
after
forward to meeting you
yourself,
as
mate.
well. Thanks very much. Thank you, Kazim. Thank you.